Okay, we're going to do a quick discussion of the A101. Here we're talking about the...
All I did here was talk about the insurance exhibit. This is just so what you want.
A101, just a reminder, is the owner-contractor agreement.
Correct. And so actually the A101 as a document, they changed a lot of the definitional terms that we've already talked about thus far. They had a little bit more description of how a pay application and invoicing process is going to be. But what we've covered in the B101 and the A201 are by and large what were the structural changes of the main agreement. This is talking about this, the exhibit, that insurance exhibit I referenced, is actually an exhibit to the A101. And so what that insurance exhibit has is it distinguishes between the required and optional insurance. So every contractor must have commercial general liability and auto and workers' comp. And then here's this laundry list, as I say, this check the box or grocery list of the type of insurance that also could be carried. If you're working near the water, you need the Jones Act. If you're going to have something dealing, like I did a project that was over railways, you need railway insurance. And so it has a discussion for that.
So the basic thing is there's a set of very specific things that everybody's going to have.
That's
you
required.
Have some requirements.
Yes.
And then for all the myriad other possibilities, there are specific other elements, and that's when you're checking those other boxes.
Right, yeah, and it works as this module. We
Right.
attach this modular exhibit. It's much more flexible for the parties, but it also gets them on the same page because people
It's
might
again
not
having
think
that
about it.
conversation, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many times I've had a discussion with a client where everybody's moving along, and I look at it, I'm like, has anybody gone to your broker? Because the owners often say, well, we'll take care of it, we're the carrier. And I'll have to come back and say, have you gone to your broker because you know you're building next to a railroad track? Do you have railroad liability? Oh, I didn't know I needed that. Yeah. Well, now it's in the document so they can actually see it.
I have to say, I would not have known I would needed that. That's a great example.
Yeah, so there's things about that. And then here, the section A2, if you get in this exhibit, talks about the owner's insurance requirements, because sure, the owner needs to carry insurance, property insurance, and these are
Builder's
talked
risk.
about, and different examples. And so that's what the owner's going to carry. That's section A2 of the exhibit. A1 is the contractor, and A2 is the owner.
Yeah, and remember, it's an agreement between the two, and there's going to be requirements for the owner, and there's going to be requirements for the contractor.
Yeah.
And then through their kind of referencing in the A201, they'll have requirements for the architect as well, even though it's this relationship between the owner and the contractor.
Correct. And then, as I said, A1, but it's A3 is the contractor's insurance requirement. So there's your number one is your required commercial general liability, auto, workers' comp, employer's liability, and then there's your optional, Jones Act. Sometimes a contractor actually may bring on a designer. If you're doing curtain walls, that's a specialty field. The contractor or their curtain wall contractor carries their professional liability and things like that.